Hey guys, Randy Rideshare here. I've got a couple of big videos I'm going to bring to you guys today. There's a part one and a part two. I've been trying to record them all day, but because my phone's been giving me issues, I had to break them down into two separate videos before I could get them uploaded. So what you're going to see after this is the beginning of part one, and make sure you check the link in the description for part two. Thanks for tuning in. Very glad to be back on YouTube. I haven't made another video since my first one, and that's really been on purpose. I didn't want to just start making a bunch of videos just for the heck of it. I wanted to make sure that when you guys see a notification pop up that it's because I have something relevant to say. And I do. So we've been going through a lot together trying to get Uber to bring us two things in particular with the petition. One of them is including tips into the app, and the other one was increasing our mileage rates. So we got to start somewhere, right? We had to try and lay out some demands, some things that we're looking for, and hope that they listen to us. And while the petition isn't the only voice that's out there, it's one voice of many of those who have decided to stand up and not just sit back and say, you know what, we don't like the way Uber's doing things, but we're just going to complain and whine about it. That's not us. That's not how we've been handling things. We put our signatures on the petition, and we're hoping for change to come. Well, as a result of the petition and as a result of all the other voices that are out there fighting for change, we've gotten some change, and it may not be perfect just yet. It's not where we want it to be just yet, but it's a step in the right direction. And I tell you what, I was really excited when I finally saw them publicly announce today in email what was going on. I've been in communication with a few folks from Uber and a few of my other partners who have kind of connected with me as we've been building this petition, and I've gotten some insights, some things that were coming, and today those things have been announced officially in email. I got the email on it, and I'm sure many of you did too. So this video is going to focus on an overview of what they're bringing to us in terms of changes to Uber. Positive changes, some really good things. I'm going to give an overview in this video because I don't want this to turn into a 20-minute video, but I'm also going to break down some of these topics in some separate videos for those of you who do want to go further into detail. So just to run through really quickly, we've heard you. You've told us what you want, and now it's time that we step up and give you the driving and delivery experience you deserve. Because, simply put, Uber wouldn't exist without you. Now, whether they truly believe that or not, I don't know, but it's a step in the right direction. I'm glad they're saying it. It makes me feel a little bit better. So, today we're making a commitment. For the next 180 days and beyond, we'll be making meaningful changes and improvements to your driving experience. Some changes will be big, some will be small. All will be changes you've asked for. Each month for the next 6 months, we'll share major improvements that will make driving more flexible and less stressful, giving you earnings and support you can depend on. That is the mission statement, so to speak, that they put in the email that they sent out to us. And now let's take a look into all the different things that they mentioned in this email. The first one is tipping. We're getting tipping in the Uber app. This is a major, major win. For those of you who have been fighting on this, you know the fight that we've been going through trying to get tipping in the app. For those of you who laughed saying that Travis said he's never going to put tipping in the app, you're fighting a fight for no reason, you're wasting your time. There you go. This shows what happens when you fight for something, you believe in it, and you don't give up just because people are naysayers and they don't think that it's going to work. So we've got tipping in the app. That is going to be happening. It's already come through in Seattle, Minneapolis, and Houston as of today. It's going to be available to all cities. Hear me now. Tipping is going to be available in all cities in the app for riders to tip us at the end of July 2017. That's literally next month. So that's a major, major success. And I won't get too much into the tipping details because I'm going to make a separate video just for tipping. There's some details I think everyone's going to want to know on tipping. So that's one thing that came out today. Another thing that came out is something called teen trips. This might scare a few of you because yes, teen trips does involve us giving rides to teenagers ages 13 to 17. That's something that has been a big fight lately between drivers and Uber, you know, that we shouldn't be allowing teens to take rides and it's a liability. And then there's some drivers who say, you know what, I don't care, it's money and I'm not really worried about the risk. Well, right now they have something called teen trips. So basically starting today, June 20th, they're testing this in Seattle, Phoenix, and Columbus to see how it works out. The goal is to lay this out to the entire Uber family for all Uber drivers to have. But basically, the big thing about teen trips, it may scare you, you may want them, you may not. It's gonna come through automatically if you are eligible for teen trips. The way that you will be eligible for teen trips is if you meet the experience guidelines and the rating guidelines that Uber is going to put forth. I don't know what those numbers are, and I didn't see it in any of the information they sent us, but there is going to be a minimum of a rating, a minimum of experience that you need to have in order to qualify for teen trips. The big thing about teen trips is it's an extra $2 added on to the base pay. That's right, an extra $2 added on to the base pay for every teen trip that you get. Now, teen trips are all Uber X rides. It's not Uber XL, Uber Black, or Select, or any of that stuff. It's all Uber X. So whatever that rate is in your city, that's the rate you would get, but an additional $2 base pay. That's a big deal to me. The other thing about it, parents will be able to track these rides. As soon as a teenager or somebody that has an Uber Teen account request a ride, the parents are going to be notified. So the parent will be able to look on their phone, see where you're taking them, see how long the trip has gone on, see where they are when you've dropped them off, and the parent can also call you and communicate with you just like any other rider would be able to. So to me, this is a big win. It's finally putting some regulations on the teen accounts, and right now, like I said, it's only being tried in 3 cities, but the goal is to lay this out across the entire country. So that's another big thing that was added today. All right, guys, we just jumped into 2 of the biggest changes that Uber brought us today. Please check the link in the description for part 2 of this video series so that you can see the rest of the things that they brought out to us today. Thanks a lot.